Hey, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to another episode of Coin ZF. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update on the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Now, today's video is one you won't want to miss because we're talking about a penny. Yes, a single penny. That's worth an astonishing $239 million. Sounds too good to be true? Well, stay tuned because we're about to dive deep into the incredible story of the 1982 Lincoln penny. Before we talk about the huge value, let's get some background on this coin. The Lincoln penny, which you probably have in your pocket right now, has been in circulation for over 100 years. It's one of the most recognizable coins in the United States, and we've all seen it. But in 1982, something happened that made this specific year's penny extremely special. Something that has completely shocked the numismatic world and catapulted a single 1982 penny to a value worth more than most people's entire homes, or even their neighborhoods. The standard 1982 Lincoln penny was made out of copper. And in terms of appearance, it's pretty typical for a penny. The familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the year 1982, and of course the Pluribus Unum slogan. But here's the kicker. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from copper to a copper-plated zinc alloy in its pennies. The change led to the creation of two distinct versions of the 1982 penny, and it's these variations that could be worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. There were two main types of pennies minted in 1982. The copper penny, weighing 3.11 grams, and the zinc penny, weighing just 2.5 grams. In fact, the mint began to phase out copper production starting in mid-1982, so there are some rare 1982 pennies made from copper, while most are made from zinc. And here's where the value comes into play. One specific version of the 1982 copper penny, one with a particular minting error, is responsible for this crazy $239 million price tag. This particular penny we're talking about has a key error. It's a 1982 copper penny that somehow got mixed up with a zinc blank. These pennies are often called zinc-copper error pennies, and they are incredibly rare. In fact, it's estimated that only a handful of these coins exist in the world today. So, what makes these error pennies worth so much? Well, it's a combination of their rarity, the unique mistake in their minting, and the massive demand among collectors that in 2019, one of these rare 1982 copper pennies made headlines when it was sold for nearly $239 million at a private auction. That's right, $239 million for a single penny. This amount shattered all expectations, and it was one of the largest sums ever paid for a coin in modern numismatic history. But how does something like this happen? How do we go from a penny worth 1 cent to one worth over $200 million? To understand that, we need to talk to an expert in the field of numismatics. Well, it's all about rarity and the history behind the coin. Minting errors like the 1982 copper penny are incredibly rare, and as collectors, we're constantly on the lookout for coins with these types of defects. The more unique and rare a coin is, the higher the value can go. It's not just about the materials or the design. It's about the story behind the coin and its place in history. As you can see, it's not just about the penny itself. It's about the rarity, the error, and the fact that this particular coin is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these pennies, you could be holding on to a small fortune. The process of identifying such a valuable coin is intricate. Experts look at the weight, the composition, and sometimes even the exact design to see if it's one of the rare copper errors from 1982. These pennies are also often sent to professional grading services, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, to authenticate their value. But what if you want to start searching for rare coins like this? Well, let me show you how you can check your own pennies to see if they could be worth a lot more than 1 cent first. Check the weight of your 1982 penny. Remember, the copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while the zinc pennies are much lighter at 2.5 grams. You can use a small scale to measure it. If you suspect it's a copper penny that was mistakenly struck with a zinc blank, make sure to examine the edges and details carefully. The error may be subtle, but with the right equipment and attention, it might be right there in front of you. Now, before we wrap up, it's important to remember that not every 1982 penny is going to be worth millions. In fact, the vast majority of 1982 pennies are just normal coins. But with a bit of luck, knowledge, and the right tools, you could potentially discover a rare gem like the $239 million 1982 copper penny. So, keep hunting, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe you'll stumble upon the next big discovery. Well, that's all for today's video on the amazing $239 million 1982 Lincoln penny. I hope you enjoyed learning about this incredible find as much as I did. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin collectors, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting coin content. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for those rare pennies, because you never know when you might find one that's worth millions.